Okay, so coming into a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you, we're going today focus on the space between. And what I mean by that is noticing, focusing on the space between your breaths, as well as the space between your movements and the quiet in stillness. So we'll start by going back to our first class. We practice a box breath, or the counting of 4 breath. We're going to go back to that, and we're going to notice not so much the counting, but we're going to try to notice the part where we hold our breath. And so in a comfortable position, sitting up tall, it doesn't matter how you're sitting, or maybe you even want to stand is fine. We're going to remind ourselves of that that box breath. So up tall, lungs open, chest open. And this is the breath where we inhale to the count of 4, then we hold our breath to the count of 4, then we exhale to the count of 4, and then we start the cycle over. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, and so on. So we're going to try it about 3 times with the count, and then we're going to stop counting as we hold our breath and just notice our thoughts and our space when we're holding our breath. So let's give it a try now. If you can, we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, mouth is gently resting. So let's give it a try. With an inhale count, whatever your count of 4 sounds like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue at your own pace. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold. For the next cycle, for the next round of breath, you're going to count your inhale and your exhale, but you're not going to count your hold, and see if you can notice the space in your mind, your thoughts, or anything else that comes up during that hold space. One more round of breath like that. When you're ready, return to your more natural breath. Or if that breathing is very comfortable for you, you can continue breathing that way. Lower your chin gently towards your chest. Notice the way your neck muscles and back muscles feel as you have your chin downward. Notice if you feel balance or if you feel a sort of pull on one side of your spine more than the other. Just noticing, not bringing any judgment or effort to change. Bring your head back to center. Raise your chin up, stretching your throat. Bring your head back to center. And then bring your arms wide. With arms wide, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to use our core strength leaning to the right. Just stretch. Keep your left hips planted down into the ground, or your left buttocks, I should say. And then other way. Come back to center. Relax your arms down. Sitting up nice and tall. With an inhale, we're going to scrunch our shoulders up towards our ears. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. And then exhale, let them fall down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Let's come to our hands and knees. We won't be there long at all. Just briefly to our hands and knees. Susan, give me a thumbs up if that adjustment to the music is better, or if you thumbs down if it's still not loud enough. Thumbs up if it's better, thumbs down if it's not. Okay. All right, so coming on to our hands and knees. We're going to breathe a little bit here. Come however is comfortable for you. I'm comfortable flat on my palms, wrists directly underneath my shoulders, fingers spread wide. Others may be more comfortable with their hands in a fist. We're gonna go through cat and cow, breathing during that cat and cow. So when you're ready, I'll remind you of cat and cow first, and then we'll add breath. We're going to inhale, looking up, tailbone raises, tummy drops, stretching the front of the body. And then we exhale to a cat pose, dropping the chin, rounding the spine, tucking the pelvis forward. Push through your hands. Inhale, back to cow pose. Sorry, I got those mixed up. And then exhale to cat pose. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Now we're going to inhale to cow, and we're going to make a big ha sound as we breathe out to cat. So it's going to be an inhale, and then an exhale. And an inhale. Exhale. Continue doing that a few more times, as far as is comfortable for you, or as many times as is comfortable for you. After your next cat pose, the one I'm in right now, after your next cat pose, come back to a more neutral spine. From there, we're going to drop to our version of child's pose, bringing your seat down toward your heels and your head down toward the mat. Hands can come down towards your feet if that's comfortable. Keep in mind, your child's pose might look something more like this. Whatever's comfortable for you. This is supposed to be an easy, effortless posture. One more breath here. And then raise up. We're going to come on up to standing, however you would like to get to standing. If you want to come through a downward facing dog, you sure could, or you can just come on up to standing. We're going to rise up to mountain pose. Feet are going to be hip width apart unless it's more comfortable for you to be feet together. Up to you. You might play around with the two to decide what is most comfortable. Standing up real tall. Lift your toes if you can. Spread your toes if you can. And then relax your feet back down so that we're finding balance throughout the whole foot. So notice, take time here to notice if you're leaning in on your feet, leaning out, leaning forward, or leaning back. And see if you can adjust the body slightly to be balanced throughout the whole foot. We're going to lift up our kneecaps, meaning contract the thighs. So squeeze the thighs, lifting up the kneecaps. Draw your navel in toward your spine. Chest is open. You can bring your shoulders up towards your ears, draw them back and down. Arms at your side, palms facing either forward or inward. Play around with that, see what's most comfortable for you. And then we want the bottom of our chin parallel to the floor. Mountain pose is a very strong pose, perhaps the strongest in yoga, with many benefits such as strengthening the spine, helping to correct lordosis or extended curve in the back, strengthening the pelvis, the legs, and is great exercise for the mind because it is hard to stand still for some of us. Notice the sensations in your body as you are standing strong and still. With an inhale, bringing arms wide, reach them up, palms facing toward each other. We're going to keep the arms extended overhead for a moment. Obviously, if this causes any pain, as in any yoga pose, if it causes pain, ease back until it doesn't cause pain anymore. Whatever feels right for you. Looking straight forward, still strong, rooted down, balanced through the feet. Contracted through the thighs. On your next exhale, turn your palms out and bring them wide and down. With another inhale, arms wide, reach up. Palms together, intertwine your fingers, keep the palms facing down toward your head. Extend your arms up. So you're making a sort of box. I don't know if you guys can see me there. I think you can. Making a sort of box with your hands. Looking straight forward. Try to draw your arms back a little bit if you can. Again, don't hurt yourself. Bend your elbows if you need to. Bring your arms forward, let your spine round, drop your chin, and reach downward. Not too far down, just enough to get a stretch in your back. And then come on back up. Reach, arms wide, palms away from you as they come down. Beautiful. We're gonna go right into some balancing. So if you need a chair or a wall or something else to assist your balancing, feel free to use it. This is a mindful breathing exercise that I'm gonna borrow from Pilates. So again, in mountain pose, for this one, let's start with our feet hip width apart, rather than if you chose to put your feet together. Feet hip width apart, standing tall. We're gonna start with the right leg down and the left leg up. We're going to inhale, arms come parallel to the ground, left knee comes up. Exhale, arms wide, left knee wide. Inhale, knee comes back forward, arms come forward. Exhale, arms down, knee down. Good. Remember to look at your focal point, guys. So focal point on the floor is kind of level 1 for balance. Level 2 is straightforward. Level 3 is up. Level difficult is eyes closed. If you haven't mastered level 1, 2, and 3, don't go for level 4. All right, you've got your focal point. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, right knee up, arms up. Exhale, arms wide, right knee wide. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, down. Let's try it again on the other side. Inhale up. Exhale wide. Inhale back in. Exhale down. Other side. Remember, you can certainly be using something to stabilize here. Back to the left. One more time each side. Actually, we started on this side, so we'll go one more time to the right. Very nice. Bring your legs a little bit wider. With an inhale, arms wide, reach up. An exhale, arms come parallel to the floor, twist to your right gently, keeping your spine tall. And then to the other side. Back to center. Arms come down. Point your toes out just a little bit. We're again going to go into some balance, breathing balance. So, focal point. Inhale, arms wide, reach up, heels off of the ground. Exhale, arms wide, heels come back down. Inhale up, heels off of the ground. Exhale, arms down, heels to the ground. 2 more times. One more time. Now we're going to try it again 3 times, but we're going to add a twist, literally. Inhale, arms wide, reach up, heels up. Exhale, twist to your right, lower back down. Inhale, arms up, heels up, to the other side. Bring it down. That's hard, isn't it? Let's try it 2 more times on each side. Inhale, up, heels up, to the other side. Down. Again, up, to the other side, and down. One more time, up, down, and then up, down. Step back to center mountain pose. Come up to the top of your mat. We're again going to go to triangle pose, just like we did on Thursday. Mountain pose. Big step straight back with the left leg. Left hip opens. So if you look down, your right heel is in line with your left arch. Bring your arms wide, palms facing down. Look out toward your right middle finger. Reach with the right finger, lower the right arm down, left arm up. Notice what that feels like in your body. Let the left side of the body open as you lower the right hand downward toward the floor. Keep that left side open. You're on one parallel line on your mat. If arm raised up gets too tired, you can bring it down to your waist. Notice what it feels like in your yoga pose. One more breath in triangle. Come on back up, arms wide, palms down. Keeping your foot position as it is, we're going to a side angle. Bending the right knee, just like warrior 2. And then we're gonna bend the right elbow, bringing the forearm to the thigh. Left arm's gonna reach up. Look up towards your left hand if you can. One more breath. And come on back up. Straighten through your front leg. This is where we're going into our half moon pose or balancing pose. Grab your chair or a block, put it in front of your right foot. You're gonna need it. I'm gonna grab mine. All right. Okay, is everybody about set? If not, you can catch up. So in that same position we were just in for triangle and half moon, right heel in line with left arch. With your chair or block or wall in front of you, arms wide, warrior 2, bending the right knee. Look out towards the right middle finger, reach, lower your right hand down to the chair or to the block. Shift weight into your right leg, bring your left leg off of the ground, and then up. Reach your left arm up. Flex your left toes. Play around with it a little bit. Come in and out if you need to. For an extra challenge, if you'd like, look up toward your left hand. Let's come back, see if we can land in warrior two. Left leg comes back, arms wide, looking out toward your right middle finger. Arms down, straighten the right leg, right foot in, walk your feet back in towards each other. We're gonna do these things on the other side, so if you wanna set up for it now, you can bring your chair over to the other side, or your block, or whatever you would like. Your wall. But we're coming back to the top of our mat for mountain pose, so we can go into our triangle first. Mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths in your mountain. When you're ready, with an inhale, right leg is going to come straight back, opening the hip. Right toe faces out, left heel is in line with right arch. Both legs are straight for triangle pose. Bring your arms wide, palms facing down. Look toward your left center finger. Reach with the left arm, lowering it down, right arm's reaching up. Your triangle might be a lot different than mine. Maybe yours is a lot higher because that's all the flexibility in the side of your body this morning. Or maybe yours is a lot lower because you've got more flexibility. Or maybe yours is somewhere in between. Both legs are straight in this one. Notice the way your body feels. And since you've got your chair, you're welcome to use your chair in triangle pose as well. Just another breath or two. Come on back up, arm down. From here, we'll go to side angle pose. Bending that left knee, reach the arms wide for warrior two, looking out towards the left middle finger. Bend your left elbow, bring it down to the thigh. Right arm's reaching up. For side angle pose. Breathing into your belly if you can. With an inhale, come back up. Warrior two. Arms down, straighten the front leg. Set up for half moon pose. So with a chair or a block or a wall, I'm going to use a block this time just so we can see what that looks like. Legs wide. Left foot facing your block or assistive device. Right foot facing out. Arms wide. Bending the left knee, warrior two, looking out towards the left middle finger. Whenever you're ready, lead with that hand. It comes down to the block, floor, chair, or wall. Right arm reaches up, shift weight into the left leg, slide the right leg forward until it's willing to come up. Okay. Find your focal point. Don't forget a focal point here in this balancing pose. Just because this balancing pose is harder, don't forget your focal point. Good. Play around with it, coming in and out for a while if you need to. It's a very challenging posture, very tough one. Try it again. Yeah, it's a really big exercise. For sure. When you're ready, gently bending your left knee, come back to warrior two. Arms down, straighten the front leg. Left foot turns in. Good. Walk your feet in towards each other. We're already going to come down to the ground. So come on down to the ground, bottom on the ground or on a pillow if you'd prefer that, legs straight out in front of you. For those of you who, with legs straight out in front of you, you really are drawing back, I highly recommend sitting on something like a pillow or a blanket. Going into a staff pose, toes are engaged toward your body, hands down at your side, relaxed on the mat. Spine is nice and tall. Now, if you feel like you need to bend your knees a little bit here, that is perfectly okay. The purpose of this posture is to get the spine nice and tall. Take a couple breaths. Then we're going to cross-legged position to exercise the knees. Sitting nice and tall. Let's do one round of that box breathing of the inhale to the count of 4, hold 4, exhale 4. Well, just one round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Return to your natural breath. From here, moving into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. Bottom of the feet come together. Hands, fingers intertwined and come underneath the feet if they can, or you can bring them to the ankles or the knees. Once you're in position, raise your chest up, your ribs come out of your tummy, and your knees relax downward. Taking a couple of deep breaths there. In fact, let's do one more round of that box breathing. When you're ready, inhale 4. Hold. Exhale 4. Hold. Return back to your natural breath. In our butterfly pose, if you can release your legs, bring your arms wide, just like we did at the beginning of class. And we're going to reach to the right. Try to keep your left sitting bone pinned down. And then reach to the other side. Boy, that'll expose any difficulties in your hips. Come back up tall, arms still wide. Draw your navel in, take a little baby twist, relaxing your arms down. Left hand coming to your right thigh. Right hand maybe coming behind your back, or maybe it's resting on your right leg as well. Nice and tall. Press your feet together if you can. Help strengthen those inner thighs. Release, come back forward, and we'll go to the other side. Don't force yourself to go too far. Just going to a place that's comfortable for you. We've mastered a yoga pose when the pose becomes effortless. Every pose should be comfortable in yoga. As soon as we step outside of comfort and effort, we've stepped outside of yoga. Or I should say effortless, I mean. It should be effortless. It certainly takes time to get there though. Come back forward. Take a breath. And this is where, if you have a strap, grab hold of your strap. Extend your right leg straight out. Place a strap around your right foot. If you don't have a strap, no worries. Just extend your right leg straight out. Keep your left foot there so that it's now at the inner right thigh. Flex your toes towards your body. Spine real tall. We're not forward folding here, but we're with that straight, tall spine, walking our hands down the strap and pulling on that strap so that we're getting resistance in the leg while keeping our spine straight. Now, if you don't have a strap, nice tall spine, hands walk down the leg. If you can reach your hand to the foot, you can pull on the foot that way for the resistance. Take a couple breaths. Notice what that feels like. If you're real tight in the hamstrings, this probably isn't going to be real comfortable at all right now, but it's a great way to become a little bit less tight in the hamstrings. Now that we've held that for a few moments, if your body would like to cascade forward into a forward fold, go ahead and let it. Letting the chest come down, hands maybe do come around that foot, or whatever's comfortable for you. Don't force that though. If your body's not asking for that, don't force it. If you're down, come on back up. Bend your right knee, release the strap, and bring that right foot in so that the right knee is now up, left knee is down. Sitting up tall, we're going to take one more twist. Left hand's going to wrap around our right knee. Right hand's going to come behind our back. We're going to gently twist to the right. You don't have to twist deep and far, just a little bit of twist for mobility in the spinal muscles. Good. Release, come back forward. Right knee comes down. Left leg's going to come out straight. This side might feel very different than the first side. If you've got a strap, placing it around the foot. Sitting up nice and tall, chest is open, spine is erect. If you've got a strap, pulling yourself forward slightly. If you don't have a strap, hands walk down the leg. Just enough to where you're tilted forward, chest is still open. If you're using a strap, pull against your foot to create resistance in the stretch. Notice where else your body is resisting here. I just noticed that my right hip, my right thigh is kind of tensed up. Then I was able to let it go because I noticed it. Now, if your body's asking to forward fold, go ahead and let it. When you're ready, come on back up. Bend your left knee up. Release your strap. Bring your right hand wrapped around your left shin. Sitting up tall, twisting gently to the left. Go slowly here. Maybe you can't twist as hard on this side as you did on the other. Or maybe you want to twist deeper. One more breath. Release, come back to center. Let your left knee fall back down into butterfly pose. Here we're going onto our back. So you might want to scoot yourself forward. We're going to try to stay in that butterfly as we come down to our back. We're going to do a little bit of abdominal strengthening as Sally requested. So come on down. Keep in that butterfly pose. If you need to, if you'd like to, you can place a bolster or a pillow or blanket underneath your legs
so that this becomes more passive. But you sure don't have to. So for this, we're going to do butterfly sit-ups. Both hands come behind your head. Intertwine the fingers, elbows wide. Much like we did with the yogi sit-ups, we inhale to lengthen our spine, and then exhale, bring the shoulder blades off of the ground. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Continue at your own pace. If you want to add a little extra oomph, press your feet together as you come up, but try to keep your legs wide. Let's just do 2 more. Excellent. Relax your arms down to your side. Extend your legs forward. We're going to go from here into a single leg circle. So starting with the left leg, bring your left leg up into the sky. We're going to do little tiny whole leg circles. What I mean by tiny is think ear to ear. That's what I mean by tiny. So leg stays up, engage your core by dropping your navel down toward your spine, and then circle to the right. And we're going to go 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lower the left leg down. Let's go to the other side. To the right 3 times, or I'm sorry, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And bring it down. Excellent. Bring both knees up to your chest. Arms wrap around the shins or the thighs. Gently rock side to side. Lower your feet down, knees are bent, arms at your side as we go into some bridge pumps. Tuck your chin, and with an inhale, bring your hips off of the ground and back down and up, down and up, down. Let's go 3 more times. Up, down, 2 more times. Last time, we're going to go up and hold. One more breath. And down. Bring both your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs once again. Then we're going to try to cross our right leg over our left. Still rock side to side. If your right leg isn't willing to cross over your left, that's okay. And we're going to release to the other side. Lower your feet down. I wanted to end today's class in legs up the wall. So if you've got a wall nearby you, come to that wall with your back flat just as it is now, but then bringing your legs to rest straight up the wall. Alternatively, just laying down here in constructive rest, or alternatively, a shoulder stand, which I'm not going to get into teaching today, but if that's part of your practice, a shoulder stand or even a headstand, if that's part of your practice, would be warranted here. If you don't have a wall nearby, but do have something like your chair, you could always bring your feet up to your chair. My point was that I just wanted to get the feet up over the heart. Whatever you've chosen to do, whatever position you're in, just close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Allow your body to be comfort and effortless. And we're once again going to go into that box breath. And we're going to be observing the space between the breaths. However that is accessible to you is what I want you to do. So maybe counting the inhale, observing the hold, counting the exhale. Or maybe you won't be counting. Maybe the breath is coming more naturally to you now. Whatever is comfortable for you, that's how I want us to spend our Shavasana, or our final relaxation. Nice and quiet, observing the space between the inhale and the exhale.
Now, you guys, I'm going to invite you to stay in that position as long as you'd like. I know that for some of us, that's very relaxing and restorative, and it's just kind of needed right now. So I invite you to just stay there for a while. And in fact, I'm actually going to leave the class like this. For others, I know that you've got things that you need to do and places you need to go. I'm going to leave you with the idea of observing the space in between. Maybe think about what that means for you, but observing the thoughts that happen during times of transition. For some of us, that's a sort of empty space, and there's nothing wrong with empty space. So just think about that. So again, if you'd like to stay here in whatever position you're at, do stay there. And otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye and see you on Thursday. So namaste.